In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I make my buffalo cauliflower tacos that were a hit last year at my Super Bowl party that you can have this year for your Super Bowl party if you're trying to stay plant-based and vegan. Coming up. Hey, what's up? Ryan here from Alternative Reality, bringing you green alternatives and vegan recipes. On this channel, I do DIY projects, green product reviews, and vegan cooking segments just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and click that little bell icon so you don't miss anything. At any point during this video, check the description below for links to products that I used and any other relevant resources. But I'm kind of sad the Bears aren't making it to the Super Bowl this year. Bear with me in this video. Let's get into this recipe. Disclaimer at the beginning, you can use packaged Frank's wing sauce. It's already a vegan product. You can also use just mayo to create the ranch recipe, but I'm gonna show you how to make ranch with Aquafaba so you can use your old chickpea liquid. So this is the second part of the Aquafaba series. So you're gonna need olive oil to coat your pan with, 3/4 cup of flour. I'm using just regular all-purpose, 1 cup of water, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, salt and pepper to taste, and 1 large head of cauliflower. For the buffalo sauce, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of vegan butter. I use Earth Balance, and 1/2 cup of Frank's hot sauce. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease your sheet tray. You can use foil or parchment if you want to. It does help with cleanup. And also, if you do use foil, don't forget that when you're done with it, you can recycle it. Combine all of your breading ingredients all at once and whisk it all together. It should actually be a little bit runny. You're gonna add your cauliflower into the batter, toss it to coat. And then at this point, if you feel that there's too much batter, you can strain it off before you put it on your sheet tray or your foil or your parchment. This is important because if the batter pools on the sheet tray, then you're gonna have too much moisture, it's going to stick and break the breading off, and it's not gonna get as crunchy as it could. Bake your florets 20 to 25 minutes. So when your cauliflower is getting close to being done, this is when you wanna start your hot sauce. Melt your butter in a pan on medium heat. Stir in the 1/2 cup of Frank's hot sauce. When your cauliflower comes out of the oven, go ahead and get it off the sheet tray. I had to use a spatula on mine because it did pool a little bit, but if you strained your batter, you shouldn't have that problem. And then you can just put this directly in the bowl with your hot sauce and toss it. Make sure it gets really coated really well. Now you're gonna bake it for another 10 to 15 minutes, and this is a part where you wanna monitor it and make sure it's crispy but not burnt. Now let's make the Aquafaba ranch dressing. I like to do this directly in a ball jar that my Immersion blender fits into. So go ahead and reach down and grab one of your balls. And you're gonna put 1/4 cup of your Aquafaba into the ball jar, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dill, 1/2 teaspoon of parsley, add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then you wanna have 1/2 cup of oil held on the side. First, you're gonna start frothing up Aquafaba and all these ingredients in the ball jar. If you don't want your ranch to turn like a green pigment, you might want to add your dill and parsley at the end. But you can add it in if you don't mind the color, it's not a big deal. You also want to add in a teaspoon of Dijon mustard that helps with the emulsification process. I also added 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar to help with the foaming. Add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to this, and that's going to give it its buttermilk flavor, the signature that you need for buttermilk ranch. So you're gonna blend for 20 to 30 seconds until the Aquafaba gets frothy and it's almost starting to look like that whipped cream. Slowly drizzle in the oil at this point. You don't necessarily have to use all the oil, so once it gets to that buttermilk ranch consistency, then you're good. That's it for Aquafaba ranch. Now take your tortillas, I'm using flour. I prefer corn most of the time, but with something like this, I think flour actually holds up really well. It's a pretty neutral flavor. Take these, throw them on your burner, toast them up, burner's the way to go, so you get that nice actual flame char on it. You gotta keep flipping them until they're nice and toasty. And then load each tortilla with a little bit of spinach, your buffalo cauliflower, and drizzle the Aquafaba ranch over it. I decided to plate it with celery, extra buffalo sauce, and extra Aquafaba ranch on the side, so people can decide how hot they want it, how cool they want it. This recipe went over super well last year. Specifically, my brother-in-law was like, these are awesome. Thanks for checking out this video. Subscribe for more content just like this. Check Alternative Reality out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for frequent updates, behind the scenes, and other exclusive content. Until next time, keep it green, and I will see you in the next video.